Hey Jan, how you doing?
Hello, Jackie. Great. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you so much.
Well, good. Thanks so much for taking some time with us.
My pleasure.
This is certainly an exciting time for you, and especially for your readers, as you release your latest novel titled Goddess of Vengeance.
Yes.
And with it comes the long-awaited return of Lucky Santangelo.
Exactly. Everybody is very excited that Lucky is back. And I'm excited that I was able to write her and bring her back again with her family, Lenny, the fabulous husband, and the worst villain that I've ever written called Armand Jourdain, who's in this book. He's a really bad guy. And then, of course, there's Max, her very little daughter who's just about to be 18 and is a little Lucky, and Bobby Santangelo Stanilopoulos, her gorgeous 25-year-old son who every woman wants to sleep with.
Yes, you really do have great fun writing her, don't you, Lucky?
I do. I'm passionate about what I do. I write in longhand, and I love it. And I get up in the morning, and if I have nothing else to do except write, and then I'm a happy camper. And writing Lucky is a real pleasure because she's such a strong woman, and we need more strong women out there.
Hear, hear.
Yeah.
And now she's back, as you said. So what is Lucky up to these days in your newest novel?
Well, Lucky owns a casino in Las Vegas called The Keys, and she's very happy, and along comes this guy, the one that I told you about, the villain, Armand Jourdain, who's a really bad guy, and he is from a fictitious country that I've created in the Middle East, and he decides that, women are nothing. He comes to America when he's a kid, but he has to go back to the fictitious country every year because it's the king's birthday. So he really has this impression that women are absolutely not good for anything except sex and babies. So he has no respect for them, He has a wife and 4 children back in the old country, but he comes to America and he decides he can have anything he wants. And he wants Lucky's casino. So he goes after the keys, and of course he comes up against Lucky, and there's no way he's going to get it.
No, she's indeed such a great character.
So it's the battle. The battle begins.
Yes, absolutely, and highly anticipated battle. Twitter was alight this morning with absolutely fantastic fans that are out there just, waiting for the release and can't wait to read what's next.
That is so nice because it came out a couple of months ago in England, and it was immediately #1. And then all my American fans were going, why haven't we got it now? But the English, it's 2 different publishers, and they had a different publishing date. So I am so happy that my American readers can now read the book.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Now, your characters have always been inspired by actual Hollywood personalities that you have encountered and observed, in Los Angeles and Las Vegas over the years. So you're the one who can really tell us, is truth indeed stranger than fiction?
Oh, wow, yes. I mean, when you think about what's been going on in the headlines lately, when you think about Wiener, what kind of guy does that? What kind of a guy photographs half-naked self and sends it out on Twitter? This is totally crazy. And then take the case of Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is insane. I mean, if I wrote that, I would be laughed off the page. And I just wrote a piece in Harper's Bazaar, which you can find somewhere on my website. It's an interesting piece about cheating men and why can't they keep it zipped. So I think that truth is a lot stranger than fiction, yes.
It's certainly given you enough material over the years.
I have so much material. I mean, I can write book after book after book. And I'm writing a new book now called The Power Trip. And I'm having so much fun writing that. But it's really nice to launch Goddess of Vengeance out into the world and to know that people are enjoying it and all the wonderful tweets and letters and emails I get about it. It's very rewarding for me.
Yes, I can imagine. Now, you've written 27 novels, all of which have made the New York Times bestseller list. You've sold 400 million books in 40 different languages. We'd like to know, what is it you think that fascinates us so much about the rich and famous?
I write rags to riches. I write somebody who has nothing and manages to get everything. And I write the, grand old American story of people who strive to do better in life. And I think, there's a lot of rich and famous people in my books because you write about what you know. And I've observed rich and famous people all my life because my father was a theatrical agent. So when I was a kid growing up, famous people were in and out of our house all the time. And then when I was married to my husband, we owned discotheques and clubs. And everybody would come in, from Jack Nicholson to the Beatles to the Rolling Stones to absolutely everybody. So I've been around famous people all my life.
Yes, terrific. Well,
I don't know if it's so terrific, but it's
well,
fun
maybe
to write
not. Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Certainly interesting.
Yes, very
And
interesting.
it's transferred to the pages of your book so well, and hence their popularity.
Well, yeah, I think people love when they read one of my books. And Married Lovers is currently out in a new paperback format today also. But when they read my books, I think they get a window into another world. And they know the world that I'm writing about. And one of the reasons that I have been successful for a long time is they know that I know where everybody is buried. And they are going to play that guessing game.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, again, I want to thank you for your time. Goddess of Vengeance, the 7th book in the Lucky Santangelo saga.
Lucky Santangelo
Sorry about
saga.
that.
There were also 2 miniseries about Lucky, too, which I wrote for NBC television, Lucky Chances and Lady Boss. And Lucky was played by Nicolette Sheridan in one of them and by the lovely Kim Delaney in another. And for a bit of trivia, her mother is killed when she's murdered when she's 4, Lucky's mother, and she was played in the miniseries by Sandra Bullock. And the
Interesting.
4-year-old Lucky was played by Elizabeth Moss from Mad Men. So that's trivia for you.
That's some great trivia.
Yes, good.
I'm sure everybody will be very interested to hear that. And do I understand, too, that the book is also out on audio, where it's actually read to the readers
Yes.
by yourself and some other people?
And the fun about it being on audio is the fact that it is like a play. I actually read Lucky, which was really fun to do.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
we have actors reading the other roles. So anybody who gets the audio is going to be treated to, different kind of voices. It's also on Kindle today, so you can get it on your ebook if you want to. In fact, you can get Goddess of Vengeance anywhere you want to.
I was just going to say that. Goddess of Vengeance is the 7th book in the Lucky Santangelo saga, and it's in bookstores today. I'm sure on Amazon today. Any place anybody wants to buy it, it's out there.
Exactly. And it was great talking to you today. Thank you so much.
Great talking to you. Thank you, Jackie.